Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you the player ratings for Manchester United's 2-1 win against Villarreal at Old Trafford in the Champions League group stage. So David De Gea, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. De Gea made some fantastic saves to deny Dan Jumpo twice. Yermi Pino, and he also denied Alkisser, however you pronounce his name. De Gea couldn't do anything about the goal. Solskjaer has hailed David De Gea as the best goalkeeper in the world. De Gea has done well so far this season. De Gea reclaimed his #1 spot. This season is De Gea's 11th season at Man United. He's been a long servant, he's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. We know De Gea is staying at Man United for this season. Obviously in the summer, he said De Gea decided to cut short his holiday by 2 weeks because he said he's determined to fight for his Man United future. He's got 2 years left on his contract and he receives £375,000 a week. Diego Dalot, I'm going to give him a 2 out of 10. Dalot was very poor. Danjuma was causing all sorts of problems for Diego Dalot. Dalot's positioning was poor. His crossing was poor. Obviously Dalot played ahead of Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka wasn't available for the game because he was suspended. He got sent off in our 2-1 defeat to Young Boys for stamping on Martins. Dalot played last week against West Ham in the Cup and he put a good performance out in that game. There's a good chance that we'll offload Dalot in January. Last season, Dalot had a loan spell with AC Milan. So reflecting on that, again, some experience. We got Dalot 3 years ago from Porto. We paid 19 million for him and he's got a contract with Man United until 2023. So 3 out of 10 for him. Victor Lindelof, I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. Caught out of position a few times. And was partly to blame for Villarreal's goal. Victor Lindelof obviously started ahead of Harry Maguire. Obviously Harry Maguire is out with injury. It's very likely he's going to be out for a few weeks, according to Solskjaer. But Lindelof, I think we need to offload him next year, because I have got my strong reservations about him. You know, he's a static centre-half, and he makes too many mistakes. We got Lindelof from Benfica back in 2017 for 31 million. Lindelof's got a contract with Man United till 2024. Lindelof played a lot of games last season alongside Harry Maguire. Rafael Varane, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Rafael Varane did make a vital interception in the game, but he also made a terrible mistake that Villarreal failed to punish. It's the first poor game that Varane has endured at Manchester United. But he's done well in all the other games, apart from yesterday's. You know, we got Varane in a deal worth 41 million, with add-ons included. Man United paid like 34 million up front. Varane signed a 4-year contract with Man United with an option of a 5th year. Varane to Man United was official just before kick-off against Leeds, which was the opening day. Varane, though, is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. You know, he's highly experienced, and look what he produced when he was at Real Madrid. You know, made a lot of appearances, won a lot of trophies as well at Real Madrid, so he has got a good pedigree behind him. He endured 10 years at Real Madrid. Alex Telles, I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. I thought he was the best defender on the night. Alex Telles scored a very good volley from long range. The goal by Telles came from a free kick from Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes executed the free kick to perfection. Alex Telles also did well from corners. Telles also played last week in the 1-0 defeat to West Ham in the Carabao Cup and put a very good performance out. But in that game, he was the culprit for West Ham's goal because Ryan Fredericks nutmegged him. Telles doesn't really play a lot. The reason Telles started yesterday is because Shaw wasn't available. Shaw has been out with injury. The reason we brought Telles in was to provide competition for Luke Shaw, but since we've brought him in, we've got the best out of Luke Shaw. We got Telles in a deal worth 15.4 million from Porto. I think there's a good chance Telles will leave in January. Paul Pogba, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Tried a few long passes in the first half. I thought he did quite well in the first half, but faded in the second half. Paul Pogba has enjoyed a good start to the season. You know, Pogba's got 7 assists in the Premier League. Pogba produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury for a while and he sustained a couple of ankle injuries at Man United. Now I hope Paul Pogba signs a new contract. Pogba's current contract at Man United expires next summer. Before the start of this season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract. He said earlier on this season that Pogba's very likely to leave Man United on a free next summer. Now, reports said yesterday that Man United must sell Pogba in January to buy players. Now, a few weeks ago, Paul Pogba's agent Mino Raiola suggested that Pogba could return to Juventus from Man United on a free next summer. Mino Raiola did mention that Turin is still in Paul Pogba's heart, but the other week he said Juventus have no plans to re-sign Pogba next summer. Pogba did enjoy 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. A few weeks ago, Paul Pogba's brother Matthias Pogba came out and said that Paul Pogba has not yet decided on his future and his contract situation is up in the air. But Pogba has had a long-running transfer saga. He's been linked with a return to Juventus. Real Madrid have been relentlessly linked with him. PSG have been in for him, and Barcelona have also been in for him. This season is Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he rejoined. He's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid 89 million for him, and he's won 3 trophies at the club so far. Scott McTominay, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Didn't really do enough to influence the game. I've got my concerns about McTominay. McTominay has had his good games at Man United, but he's also had his bad games. McTominay's still young though. He's got a lot of development in him. He's been part of the club for a long time as it stands. Just after the first lockdown last year, he signed a 5-year contract with Man United, so reflecting on that, he committed his future to the club. Bruno Fernandes, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Fernandes obviously got the assist for the Telles goal. He also had a chance in the game, but it went over the bar. But apart from that, he didn't really do much. Obviously, Fernandes missed a 93rd minute penalty in the 1-0 defeat to Aston Villa, so Fernandes missed out on the opportunity to salvage a point for Man United. There has been quite a few games where Bruno Fernandes has looked off the pace, but in a lot of games at Man United he's been very consistent. He is one of our best players and he's one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. As you all know, Fernandes is close to signing a new 5-year contract with Man United worth £250,000 a week with the signing of Ronaldo. Fabrizio Romano said earlier on this season that talks have been ongoing since July between Man United and the agent of Bruno Fernandes over a new contract. At the moment, Fernandes has got a contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. Bruno Fernandes wants to stay at Man United, he's made that clear. Last season, Fernandes won Player of the Year and he's won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. We got Fernandes from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Jadon Sancho, gonna give him a 5 out of 10. again, Jadon Sancho struggled to make an impact. Jadon Sancho hasn't enjoyed a good start to his Man United career. But like I've said to you, it does take some players time to settle in. Prior to this game, Borussia Dortmund warned Man United about the Jadon Sancho problem. Borussia Dortmund's CEO said that Jadon Sancho's lack of game time at Man United is hurting my soul. Solskjaer's played Sancho on the left a few times, and like I've said, he's better on the right than he is on the left, because Sancho is predominantly a right winger. There again, Sancho can play centrally. We got Sancho in a deal worth 78 million with add-ons included. Man United paid 73 million up front. Sancho's under contract with us until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Mason Greenwood, gonna give him a 6 out of 10. Greenwood didn't really do a lot in the game. So far this season, Greenwood has scored 3 goals in the league. I think he's been an absolute revelation though since he broke into our senior squad. Greenwood made his senior debut for Man United back in 2019. He's been a United player since the age of 7, and last season Greenwood signed a new 4-year contract with a club. And Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. Ronaldo scored the winning goal in the 95th minute of stoppage time. Obviously Ronaldo hit it from a tight angle. The Villarreal goalkeeper got a hand to it, but he couldn't keep it out. So Ronaldo saved Manchester United. That was Ronaldo's first goal in the Champions League since, he returned. Obviously, Ronaldo scored 5 goals in 5 games for Man United. It was Ronaldo's 178th appearance in the Champions League. Solskjaer is grateful for Cristiano Ronaldo's winner, but he admits we were lucky. Ronaldo actually had a chance in the game as well that went over the crossbar. Ronaldo obviously played against Villa at the weekend, and for the vast majority of that game Ronaldo looked isolated and he had to drop deep quite a few times. But Ronaldo's doing really well so far in his second spell at Man United. Not so long ago Ronaldo says he wants to retire at Man United. Then coach Cristiano Jr. in Man United's youth team. Prior to the Aston Villa game, Solskjaer said he believes Ronaldo can keep playing for Man United into his 40s. Ronaldo's 36 at the moment. He's already hinted, Ronaldo, that he's looking to stay at Man United beyond his current contract. Ronaldo signed a 2-year contract with Man United with an option of a 3rd year. Ronaldo receives £480,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. Ronaldo wears a number 7, and we got Ronaldo for 19.8 million with add-ons included. Ronaldo is already the all-time record scorer in the Champions League, and earlier on this season Ronaldo became the all-time international top scorer with 2 late goals against Ireland. Greatest player of all time, Ronaldo has won 32 major trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Solskjaer brought 4 substitutions on in the game. Obviously we saw Fred come on. I'll give him a 7 out of 10, Fred, because he made an impact when he came on. Obviously he came on for Telles, so obviously Fred was playing at left back. Jesse Lingard came on in the game as well. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. He also made an impact. Obviously got the assist for Cristiano Ronaldo's winning goal. Lingard could be leaving Man United in January, but prior to the West Ham game in the league, Solskjaer said that Lingard will be a Man United player next season, because he mentioned that he's read through and through. Lingard's current contract at Man United expires next year. A few weeks ago, Lingard rejected a new Man United contract offer over playing time concerns, despite him being in the last year of his deal. Lingard's been part of the club for a long time. We also saw Cavani come on in the game. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Cavani should have actually scored because Cavani missed a sitter. I think Cavani will be leaving next year, leaving January or at the end of the season. I can't say I want him to leave though, because Cavani's made an impact since he's come in. I think Barcelona will try and go in for him in January. Barcelona try to get him on deadline day in the summer transfer window. Cavani has got a good pedigree behind him. You know, look what he won when he was at PSG. And Nemanja Matic, he also came on. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. So that is your player ratings from our 2-1 win against Villarreal. It's good to see that Manchester United got revenge on Villarreal from last season's Europa League final, because obviously last season Villarreal beat us 11-10 on penalties in the Europa League final. De Gea missed the penalty in that game that cost us. And it is good to see Man United get back to winning ways, because obviously prior to this game against Villarreal we'd lost 3 of our last 4 games in all competitions. And obviously Solskjaer was under pressure. You know, despite us beating Villarreal, I still think there will be Man United fans demanding Ole out. But Solskjaer's job is safe for now, because Man United's board retained full support for Solskjaer. You know, Solskjaer got very good backing in the summer transfer window. But it wasn't a good performance by Man United yesterday. You know, I thought Villarreal were dominant. You know, they kept the ball well, passed the ball well. You know, had some very good chances in the game. They should have been out of sight at half time. So from a Villarreal perspective, they'll be very disappointed. Obviously, Villarreal were missing Gerard Moreno. He's out with injury, and Gerard Moreno is one of their key players. There was no Chukwueze, you know, he's out with injury. And Francis Coquelin obviously didn't play because he was suspended. Villarreal, though, haven't enjoyed a good start to the season. You know, they're sitting like 10th in La Liga. Obviously, their current manager is Unai Emery. Unai Emery has been in charge of Villarreal for over a year. He's under contract with Villarreal until 2023. he's got a good pedigree behind him. You know, he's won a few Europa Leagues. You know, he won the Europa League last season with Villarreal. Obviously, he must have won about 3 or 4 when he managed Sevilla. So there you go. And he also won trophies when he managed PSG. Unai Emery came close to winning the Europa League when he was at Arsenal, but obviously he didn't win it, but he did get them to the final. Unai Emery was in charge of Arsenal for 18 months, and obviously Arsenal decided to sack him. We've got like 4 injuries at the moment. Luke Shaw's been out. Maguire's out. Rashford's still out, but Rashford's really close to returning. He said the other week that Marcus Rashford looked sharp in training after injury shoulder operation. Will look much better when Rashford comes back into the team, and Amad Diallo is out. So there you go. On my next video, I will be giving you a preview for the Manchester United Everton game. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.